Malaka.
Yep.
She's really stepped into a big role, it seems like, this year. What's kind of been her biggest area of growth, and how do you explain her just stepping up as a senior?
I think that obviously we're at a university, and less broadly, narrowly rather, we're a collegiate tennis program, and so part of our work with the players is for them to improve their skills, the substance of whatever the sport, in our case tennis. But the other part is to grow and develop as a person. And to your question, Malaika has, again, this is sort of very broad brush strokes, come from being something of a little girl to a really formidable young lady now. And so that's where the growth is. Her tennis game, obviously, over her time here has improved. But the thing that is really impressive is the way that she's resourced and uncovered the resources that I believe were always there. She's tenacious, she's ferocious, and so she has something most people don't know. She's the winningest player in college tennis this year. She's won more games than any other player when you combine the dual matches and the full semester. So she's done outstanding.
Okay. Mentally, is there like a particular moment you notice her this season and thinking, oh, she's really stepped up?
I think, Malaika did very, very well during the fall semester, but if I had to point to one match, we played Georgia, we played the Dogs up at our indoor earlier in late January, early February. Malaika, I think, was up a set, but maybe down in the second set, and the match was really, delicately poised. She just out-toughed the other kid and won 4 games in a row to win that match, and from there, she just, has been a real force. We went from there to the national indoors, where she won all her matches convincingly, and it became clear that Malaika could play right near the top.
How have you seen Sabina respond to the ups and downs, the injury? How have you seen her grow?
So Sabina, I think her journey this year is emblematic of our whole team. We've taken some hits, heads, it's a big coaching cliche, but a lot of adversity. And yet Sabina has managed it all in the same way that she's managed everything that's come at her since her freshman year, negotiated it well, and at this moment, as I'm speaking to you right now, is playing tremendously good tennis, and the hope is that she will be in our lineup come this weekend.
And what does she bring when she is in the lineup?
Well, maybe the winningest player that we've had in the last couple of years. 2 years ago when we won the title, she was 24-1. Peyton Stearns, I think, had a similar record. But Sabina is fierce, she's ferocious, she's gifted, she's talented, and with her in the lineup, we are a real force. So I'm very proud of her because it's a tough thing. She loves playing. She got hurt halfway through the season, has been sidelined, but she is one that does everything, all the requisite stuff to make sure that she's got an opportunity to play. So the hope is that we'll see her play a big role in the postseason here.
Was she trying to tough it out, ankle or just soreness or knee?
Sabina?
Yeah.
She has had a back injury.
Oh, yeah.
And so, I think if it was an ankle, Sabina wouldn't have thought twice about it, but it is a back injury, and so we've been very cautious about it.
Just what's the mindset of the team here going into the tournament? Just how good do you think that everybody feels about starting postseason?
I think it's a question that's going to be answered. I think Viktor Frankl said you need to answer to life by answering for life, meaning the attitude and what they feel will be revealed as the matches take place. But I think if you want a direct answer, it's a team that has taken a lot of different hits. I spoke to them about this morning. It's a team where we had one player leave in December. We had one of really our star players, a freshman, was declared ineligible academically, so she will be eligible next year, but that's taking like a top dog out of our lineup. We've had our number one player in Sabina sidelined for half the season. If you take any team in the country and you take their three top players out, they ain't number 8 or 9 in the country. And so, but they're young people, and all this stuff has taken a toll. I do think that you're going to see the best of our team here in the postseason.
I remember I think it was the 21 run, you told us that there is a particular emphasis on mental clarity, mental peace. Is that something that you're still pushing as a coach? And if so, how? Do you have some recent examples?
I mean, I think just it's a huge part of our program, okay, is the growth that we want to help the players instill. But it's sort of the same thing, but just different with each player. All of us have different parts of ourselves. As an interviewer, there are days where you feel like you hit the questions on the mark and connected with your person, and there are days where you feel like you kind of went through the motions. And as a coach, there are days where I feel like boy, did I do a good job. And so the whole trick with the competing, and we all have our best selves, is the point, and we all have the uglier parts of ourselves that we try to disown very quickly. And if to be a champion and to perform well, it's who's going to show up to play the game. If I can make a lay analogy, some years you see the quarterback of some team throw 50 touchdowns and no interceptions and then the next year the same guy, it's in reverse, and his arm strength and his accuracy and all of that, it's all the same. He didn't become a worse quarterback, but it's something about who is actually showing up, what part of him is showing up for the game. And so that is a huge part of what we do in the program. And that's why I think the question earlier around, who is this team and who are the individuals and the group and in what way they want to show up is going to be answered here pretty in short order. But I do think that they will perform very well